Hey guys, it's Manny. So it's going to be overview of the third Green Goblin. Alright, so brief background. In Amazing Spider-Man 137, we see Harry Osborn defeated by Spider-Man, and he's going to be institutionalized after he assumed the mantle of the Green Goblin after his father, the first Green Goblin, Norman Osborn. So in Amazing Spider-Man 167, we see Harry is doing much better as a result of intense therapy with a psychologist, Bart Hamilton, pictured in the bottom panel left. However, in Amazing Spider-Man 175, we see Harry is on edge in a therapy session with Bart Hamilton after Harry's fiancée, Liz Annan, left him. So we see Hamilton push Harry during their session, and Harry lunges at Hamilton. There's a scuffle between them. One comes out victorious and says the Green Goblin will rise again. It's unclear if it's Hamilton or Harry. So in the next issue, we see the first full appearance of the Green Goblin in costume, and we see him confronting Flash Thompson, Harry Osborn's roommate, and their shared apartment, Harry and Flash's, that is. So we see Spider-Man is eventually going to face off with the Green Goblin after seeing the aftermath of Harry and Hamilton's scuffle in Hamilton's office. So on the left, we see Spider-Man is eventually going to get the upper hand, but on the right, we see the Green Goblin is actually going to throw Flash Thompson out of a window, which allows the Green Goblin to get away. So in the next issue, Flash Thompson is eventually going to be saved by Spider-Man. So I want to move ahead in this issue. So the Green Goblin confronts mob boss Silvermane after beating up several low-level thugs to learn of this mob boss meeting. So Silvermane is unimpressed by the Green Goblin, and the Green Goblin takes out several henchmen to prove himself. So the Green Goblin says that he can take out the criminal underworld's biggest threat, Spider-Man, and he knows Spider-Man's real identity. Spider-Man, who also learned of this mob boss meeting, is hiding and listening to everything and is of course very nervous about his identity being exposed. So in the next issue, we cut to Silvermane telling the Green Goblin that he needs to deliver Spider-Man in order to be considered a crime boss in New York City. So Spider-Man will eventually reveal himself, take out Silvermane's men, which allows Silvermane to get away. So we cut to the Green Goblin on the right, retooling, and he mocks his prisoner on the right. So we still don't know if this is Harry, the prisoner, or Hamilton. Alright, so on the left, we cut to Spider-Man receiving a phone call from Mary Jane, who tells him that he needs to come to the hospital to give authorization and sign some paperwork for Aunt May to have a life-saving procedure. Bottom panels on the left, on the right-hand side, the Green Goblin will attack Spider-Man, who's on the way to the hospital. So we see Spider-Man is getting the upper hand in the fight, but the Green Goblin is actually going to throw this ghost-like net, which expands and traps Spider-Man, and we see Mary Jane is still waiting for Peter Parker, Spider-Man. So we pick up with the next issue, number 179. Silvermane's men will fire bazookas at the Green Goblin, which causes the Green Goblin to drop Spider-Man. So Spider-Man will eventually escape Silvermane's men who apprehended him. On the right, we see Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, was able to sign the authorization papers, and Aunt May was able to get the procedure. So later in the issue, we see the Green Goblin is furious and attacks Silvermane at a New York City theater. Spider-Man will also join the battle. Spider-Man, Silvermane, and the Green Goblin on the right are plunging to their death after battling on the Green Goblin's glider. So on the last page of this issue, we see that the person who is being held captive by the Green Goblin is Harry Osborn. So we pick up in issue 180 with Silvermane crashing into theater seats, top panel, and the Green Goblin is carrying a subdued Spider-Man onto his glider. So on the left, Harry Osborn has returned to one of his father's Green Goblin lairs and is suiting up as the Green Goblin. On the right, we see that the Green Goblin, who is safe to assume is Hamilton, is taking Spider-Man to the same factory, which Spider-Man supposedly got rid of his clone after a few issues earlier. So Spider-Man recovers, and he and the third Green Goblin, or the Hamilton Green Goblin, start to battle again. On the right, Spider-Man will eventually get the upper hand and unmask Bart Hamilton as the Green Goblin. So we see a number of flashbacks in which Hamilton explains that he used a form of hypnosis to find out all about the Green Goblin. On Harry Osborn, he assumed the identity of the Green Goblin after accessing one of Norman Osborn's lair. He also had Harry take pictures of Spider-Man trying to dispose of his clone in the present factory. So we see a furious Harry Osborn, Green Goblin, arrive, and he starts to battle Hamilton. Harry wants no connection to the Green Goblin identity and rips off the Green Goblin suit and says that the Green Goblin is death. So on the left middle panels, Hamilton takes out a small explosive and states that he will blow up everyone. Hamilton will trip over his own feet, setting off the explosive, and he dies in the process. Top panels on the right. So the story ends with Spider-Man talking to Harry and taking him to his apartment, and Liz Allen has returned to Harry, and Harry and Liz Allen seem happy. Spider-Man on the right wonders if he'll ever be happy like them. And this is the end of the issue and this story. Alright, so some final thoughts. So Bart Hamilton was actually a pretty weak successor, right, to the Green Goblin mantle. So we can see he relied a lot on gadgets. He did not have the superhuman strength. He didn't have the charisma of a Norman Osborn. So when you look at his death, it's also pretty weak. The way he died, he tripped over and then he blew up. So he's actually a pretty forgettable Green Goblin. So I think because of that, the story is kind of weakened. He didn't have the superhuman strength, the Goblin serum. So he was never really like a super worthy adversary to Spider-Man or a worthy successor of the Green Goblin mantle. So I think this is one of the reasons why the Hobgoblin was created, because if you look at Harry Osborn was not the greatest successor to the Green Goblin, and then Bart Hamilton was just an embarrassment. Alright, but those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think below. Alright guys, so I'll leave a playlist here for more similar videos. As always, I thank you guys for watching. You know, all that good stuff. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys next time.